Short sellers are once again attacking AMC, and here's why they're wrong. Make sure to watch to the very end of this video so you don't miss any of my AMC analysis, and make sure to check out our public link down in the description below. When you guys use that link, not only do you support the channel, but you get to sign up for a great, amazing social investing network like Public, where you guys can chat and talk with everybody else on the platform about stocks or anything going on in the market. So make sure you check out the link down in the description below. You guys get a free stock when you use our link and sign up and deposit $1. But other than that, guys, let's get right into this video. Alrighty guys, here we are with AMC Entertainment now sitting at $40.76 per share, up just about 45 cents on this last intraday trading session, which is of course just this last Friday, which I believe was August 27th, if I'm not mistaken. And as you can see here, pretty much a lot of volatility, still a lot of volume right now being kind of poured into AMC, especially with these prices being at the level that they're at. Now, I would like to warn or give a little warning before that AMC has been on a bit of a downtrend over the last couple of days. However, with this last intraday trading session on Friday, we did see a break in that pattern. We did see a break in the downtrend, and now AMC is starting to consolidate a little bit and flatten out. And we did end up actually ending kind of on a higher note here on the very end of that trading session. You can see it here on public.com. And overall, it's doing very well right now. Now, what I really want to talk about in this video though is not actually what AMC is currently doing, but we're going to talk about some stuff that it's an article basically. We're going to be talking about an article because again, there's so much FUD out there, guys. There's so much deception being spread about the stock and different things being said about the stock, and just there's so many things that I want to talk about. But for now, let's start with this Motley Fool article, which is, in my opinion, wrong. It's just flat out wrong. 3 reasons to sell AMC stock. This popular meme stock has several red flags. Interesting. Let's read and let's see why they're making these points. So here are the first key points. Retail investors have bid up AMC's valuation to excessive levels. Okay. Who cares? The management team significantly diluted shareholders while selling off their own shares in large amounts. You know, again, this is an inside thing. I would argue too that the synthetic shares and things that are going on with that, where there's kind of some deeper stuff going on in the real market details of this, I would say kind of disproves that and really kind of causes some issues there if you look into that a little bit deeper. I can't cover the whole video, guys, because that would take forever to talk about synthetic shares and getting into everything going on with that. But again, I think that's a valid point when it talks about their management team. Also, I want to go back to the first point where I said, who cares? I don't mean that as like I'm so arrogant and cocky. I know exactly what I'm talking about. AMC's valuation at these excessive levels, again, or as they claim excessive levels, is not something that I think makes it a bad stock all of a sudden just because it's run up this much in a short amount of time. AMC has significantly cooled off since these excessive high levels. You know, the valuation doesn't make sense. We can look here, let's pull back to the 6-month chart. Here we go. These were the highs. We were sitting at $70 a share at one point. That was the high of the squeeze, pulled back significantly, consolidated for a while and tried to push back upward, pushed down further, and then again consolidated for a while, pushed up, and it's pushing down a little bit further right now. No, that doesn't, guys, this stock has held so firmly and so stably at these levels between the kind of $29 to $30 level and in between the $40 level. It's bounced in between that channel for almost like a month or two now, as you can see, and we're pushing up out of that channel now, going back into it unfortunately here. But again, guys, I don't think that the point that AMC is too overvalued right now, it's much too high because retail investors, it's an old point. It's a dumb point in my opinion. It's old, it's overused, and I don't think it's relevant anymore in my opinion. Last key point here, it's unclear when AMC will be profitable again and to what degree, which makes the stock very risky. Cool. Every company ever has had issues with profit margins. Every company ever has had issues with earnings reports. In fact, the last earnings report that AMC released was a good one. They showed that they were positively sloping in a great direction as far as their fundamentals in the business go. So let's keep reading this. I'm not going to read this whole article just because I don't want to obviously waste a lot of time here. It's relatively short, but we'll get into kind of the meat and potatoes of it. Shareholders have been massively diluted. So AMC had to shut down its entire business for months during the onset of the pandemic as governments put lockdown policies in place to keep COVID-19 from spreading. This resulted in serious financial distress, and the company had to issue new stock to raise funds to keep the business running. If you think of a company as a pie, the shares are how many slices the company is cut into. If a company issues new shares, the pie is cut into additional slices, but it does not get larger. Each slice becomes smaller, meaning existing shareholders own a smaller piece of the company and their stakes are worth less. This is called dilution. So obviously dilution is a little bit of an issue and we'll talk about it. But again, like I said, there's a lot of deeper manipulation going on with some of these hedge funds and the synthetic shares and just different stuff going on with the outstanding stuff and the short interest and the overall short volume. Again, a lot of these numbers are a little bit manipulated. So even though this article is claiming these things about, shares being diluted and everything, sure, that happens. But if you look at the deeper kind of technicals, as far as the Wall Street kind of analyzation of this stock goes, there's stuff in here that just does not make sense. And I've said this forever. I've said this in all the videos that we talk about. AMC is a fascinating stock because it trades like no other stock I've ever seen. There's no other stock that I've seen trade like this stock. It's truly unique, and it truly, makes me wonder, like, wow, this is so interesting. Why does that move that way? Why does the price action move this way when X, Y, or Z comes out in the news? Again, AMC is a fascinating stock, and it's so hard to predict where it's going to go because there's manipulation, because there's retail volume, because there's hedge funds. There's so many things, guys, with this stock. There's so many things. So it's so hard to hit it from a Wall Street analyst perspective, in my opinion. Number two, while insiders are selling shares, AMC is obviously trying to remain a valuable business, and management faces a challenging journey to keep the company running. $1.8 billion in cash on its balance sheet from issuing stock, so the company actually has a good deal of near-term financial breathing room as it works to rebuild operations. Great. I don't know why this is listed because that's obviously good news. Interesting. But company insiders aren't showing much confidence in the theater's operating future through their actions. Okay. Listen, just because an executive sells shares, especially even if it's an aggressively, like it says here, where it says AMC executive directors have been aggressively selling stock in the past year, over $20 million worth, in addition to other major shareholders liquidating a net total of about 60 million shares in period. When a stock runs up to $70 a share like AMC and you are an executive, obviously you're going to want to take some profit. Obviously you're going to want to sell some shares because that's a lot of money. Anybody in their right mind would want to take advantage of that company. And yes, you could say, well, they don't believe in the company. They don't think that the company's really viable long-term. Yes, they do, or they would quit. I wouldn't be, personally, again, I can't speak for them. So obviously that is going to be a kind of a matter of opinion, but I would not quit something just because I thought, well, I don't think that I believe in this company, or I would not, I would not stay at a company that I didn't believe in. I would, especially if I made that much money, I'd leave, right? Again, it's just the fact that they're taking profit and they're making money from it. If you were up that much on your personal liquidity with shares and everything like that, you would sell out too, more than likely. Every single person who's writing these articles would do it too. And that's why I think it's hypocritical to say that in the first place. So let's get into here. Number three is just the theater business had a difficult road ahead. Streaming services are replacing, we've heard the talking point a million times. Streaming services are replacing movie theaters. There's all kinds of different problems with AT&T and Walt Disney and everything beyond that. Again, movie theaters are such a unique experience. Everybody still goes to them. Everyone still wants to go see things on the big screen. It's still popular, and I don't think it will ever not be popular, personally. It is a trend that I think will take a very long time to die. I don't think that's going anywhere soon. Let's read the bottom line here. We'll sum everything up here. Despite the many challenges AMC has had to face over the past 18 months and tough road that lies ahead, the company's market cap of about $21 billion, far higher than any point in its pre-pandemic history. With the box office slow recovery and profitability, a continued question mark, it seems tough to justify that valuation. Not really. The stock market often functions on a popularity contest in the short term, but accurately affects a company's fundamentals over the long term. This meme-fueled gains seem far from sustainable, and investors should consider the large decline that is likely if investors turn their attention elsewhere. Bottom line here is that he doesn't like the stock. It's pretty much what you should say. It's just basically turn your attention elsewhere. Again, guys, it's fun. It's all just fear and illusion, and it's stuff that, it's all of these talking points that they have made over and over again. If you go on Motley Fool and look up AMC sucks, or not AMC sucks specifically, but I'm selling AMC, you will find 20, 30, 40, 50 different articles about this with the same title, the same stuff like that and everything, and the same talking points. They've been saying this stuff for so long, and there's always the same comebacks that make sense and justify AMC as a decent company. Again, guys, it's all a matter of perspective here, and unfortunately the Motley Fool I really think did miss with this article. They miss a lot, but I mean, again, it's just part of the process, part of the game or whatever. And again, I don't want to diss the writer of this article. I'm not saying anything bad about you. I get it. It's all good. It's it's your opinion and you're allowed to have it. And that's why I'm making my video. That's why I'm giving my opinion on your opinion. And that's just kind of the public forum and discourse of the way things work. But overall, guys, we're gonna be keeping it locked here with AMC, giving you guys updates all the time. Make sure you subscribe. But other than that, guys, that is pretty much it today for AMC. Make sure to like the video, subscribe if you're new, hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video like this. If you guys wanna pick up a free stock with Public, check out our link down in the description below. But other than that, guys, this is all I have for you guys today. I'm Kyle with Finance Bro. Take it easy.